Hey guys, it's Coach Gina here. I'm going to be taking you through a core workout for today. Before we get started, I do want you to have a light set of dumbbells, a heavy water bottle, some canned vegetables, anything that you have on hand to use as a stimulus. You also are going to need a mat. You're going to need a towel, and then something that you can keep track of your rounds, a whiteboard, a piece of paper, whatever you have around that you can just keep a little track of your rounds. All right, so I'm going to take you through warm up. I'm going to demo the exercises for you, explain to you what the workout is today. We'll take a short break and then we'll come back and we will get our workout done together. So it is a core workout. We're going to be on the floor for the whole workout. So it is important that you have that mat close by. And we're also going to warm up on the floor. So here we go. Go ahead, take it down onto the floor. We're going to start with some booty warm up. So you know what that means, some glute bridges. Walk your feet close to the butt and lift and lower, lift and lower. So you're thinking about driving to the good. Let's do a couple more here, guys. Big heels into the ground. Beautiful work. Take knees over top of the hips, and we're just going to do some toe taps here, starting just warming up the hip flexors and a little bit of lower ab work going on. And then go ahead, lift shoulders and head up off of your mat. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Grab whatever stimulus you have for weights, whether it's a weight or it's a bottle of water or whatever you're using today. And you can kind of keep it either over your forehead, over your chest, whatever's comfortable for you. And we're just gonna crunch. If you don't have any weight, that's cool. Just gonna crunch right here without it. All right, guys, let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Good. All right, I am going to show you something that we're doing in the workout today. So it's a seated leg lift. So what I want you to do is take your hands just behind your hip, and we're going to take the legs, we're going to lift them and move them side to side. So side, other side. That's 1. That's 2. Now, if that's too hard, you can try lift, lower, lift, lower. That would be 1, okay? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Let's flip it over. Gonna do some planks. So I'm gonna start you in an elbow plank. Getting that core warmed up, getting shoulders warmed up. Nice long spine here. Push those heels away, brace that core, squeeze your butt. Now drop to your knee. Walk your hands just in front of your shoulder. And then if you can, run up to your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, come on down. Need a quick child's pose. Come on in. You can go ahead, roll out those shoulders, other direction. All right, so I'm just sitting on the floor because we're going to be down here anyway. So for today's workout, we have a 15-minute AMRAP. As many rounds as possible, and as I already mentioned, you are going to need something to keep track of those rounds, whether it's your pen and paper, whiteboard, however you want to do it. Maybe you're really good at keeping track in your head. You guys all know I'm not good at this. Weight and mat. So that 15-minute AMRAP is consisting of 4 exercises. Easy to remember today, it's 10 each exercise. So exercise number 1 is that seated leg lift that I showed you in the warm-up. So hands are gonna be placed just behind your hip. That chest is up and proud. So you're gonna lift the legs side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. to 10. If that's too much, 1, 1, or 1, 2. You don't have to move the legs side to side. If that's too challenging of a move for you, that's totally fine. All right, and then move to 10 of these. Whoops, sorry, my microphone's on my back. What you're gonna wanna do, if you have 2 dumbbells, you wanna glue those together. Walk your feet close in towards your butt, lift up into the bridge, and we go 10 pullovers. 1, 2, 3, etc. If you don't have anything to use as weight, you go down and up. So you still have to count those reps, okay? So that would be 10 even with or without the weight. And then we have 10 sequences. From the sequence, you start in with the weight towards the knee, and you go out. 1, 2, etc. up to 10. And we finish with a plank shoulder tap. So you are gonna come up to that plank position where your hands are just in front of the shoulder. And this is gonna be 20 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Counting to 20 because that does give you 10 each side. We go for a total of 15 minutes. So your goal is to get as many rounds in as you can in that 15 minutes of each one of your exercises. Seated leg lift 10, bridge pullover for 10, C crunch for 10, plank shoulder tap, 10 each side for 20 total. Boom, that's it. All right, go grab a sip of water, come on back, make sure you have weights, water, mat, something to keep track of your rounds on, and we're gonna do this. See you in a few. Hey team, welcome back to your 15-minute abdominal AMRAP. We have 4 exercises. You do need some weight, starting with seated leg lifts. You can come on down. We go in 3, 2, 10 of each exercise. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When you finish that, grab your weight. You have bridge pullover. You are counting those pullovers, staying in the bridge. Lift up your hips, chest toward the chin, and then squeeze your butt hard and press your heels into the ground. Lift right here. Turn the toes. When you get to 10, you're gonna roll that down, 1 weight down, hold that weight, come into the center, and then you're going to extend out. That's 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 10 on these. Option, bend the knee, bring it in. Bend the knee, bring it in, right? Can you hear explosions? When you get to 10, flipping it over, we have plank shoulder tap, 20 total, 10 each side. So, shoulders are just ahead of the, hands are just ahead of shoulders, and then knees or toes come up to that plank. Option on the knee. This is a non-rotational move. Now, when you get to 20 on that plank shoulder tap, that is when you want to mark down a check mark or whatever for finishing round 1. And then you're back in to those seated leg raises. Now, The seated leg raises are side to side. So side, that's 1, 2, but just like we talked about in the demo, if that's too much, maybe just lift, lower, and if that's still too much, lift, lower, lift, and lower, okay? You do want to lean back, get that core engaged, nice tight core. When you get to 10 on whatever option, one quick thing though, if you're doing one leg at a time, 1, 1, okay? That counts as 1, 2 for 1. All right, and then you have that bridge pullover. So, feet close to the butt, click those weights together, up you go, and we count those pullovers. Make sure you keep hips high, brace your core hard, level the elbow to ear as you pull that weight over. This is one of my favorite exercises. Working glutes, working hamstrings, lats, triceps. Such a great exercise. Once you get your 10, drop one of the weights, and we're into that C crunch. So I just showed them all last time with the weight. If you don't have a weight for whatever reason, fine and dandy. You're gonna come here, out, in, reach together. Option, if that's too much, here. We're getting great work in, but by bending the knees, you are taking pressure off of the low back. So if you have a low back problem, I do highly recommend bending those knees, okay? Important to take options that are smart for you. It's not always about just taking the hardest thing because you think it's cool. We gotta be safe with our bodies. So if you know you have a back problem, start by bending those knees. Once you get your 10, we flip it, and we have plank shoulder tap for a 20 of total team. 5 minutes in, 10 minutes to go. That's it, we just have 10 minutes of work left. I promise you that you can do anything for 10 minutes. So let's stay positive, let's stay focused, and let's get this job done. Now, you can take your feet pretty wide if you need a more stable base. So, if you are between knees and toes, try that. Try to take a nice wide base with your feet. It's gonna make you more stable, and it's gonna help you progress into staying on your toes the whole time, right? So progress, not perfection. Once you finish your 20 taps, mark your round down, moving back in to those seated leg lifts. Some people like to put a little dumbbell and then think of it as leg lift over the dumbbell. When you get your 10, grab that other weight, and we have that bridge pull over. You can also do this with one weight. So you'd hold it by the head of the dumbbell, lift. So the resistance in here, we're going to the belly. If you don't have a weight, it's going to be all the so you have something to count. Here's a bit. Drop one of your weights. We go into that C crunch for 10. On that C crunch, again, I just want to stress this to you guys. If you have a back problem, you are going straight into knees, no straight legs for you. C crunch, we have the plank taps. Team, 7 minutes left. That's it, 7 minutes. Make a decision, set a goal, get to your goal. I'm here to push you, I'm here to help you, but I want you to reach your goal today, okay? Whatever reason you had for showing up today, for deciding, hey, you know what? I feel like working out with Gina today. Find that reason and let's finish it. Now, I do want to address something that I see in my live classes. Make sure you're not rotating, okay? There is a time and a place for the rotation, and there's nothing wrong with it. But for today's exercise, we're keeping chest and hip square to that mat. Option on the knee. Another option would be just hold the plank, knee, or toe. Now, if you're gonna hold the plank without moving the arms, I would say count to like 20, 25 before you move on to the next one, because then you just don't have anything to count otherwise. But you can always just take that plank option. Once you hit 20, mark down your round so you know where you're at, and you know it. We just start right back over again from the top. If you really liked having a little visual help on these leg lifts, certainly can add that back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Again, if moving them side to side is a little too much for you for today, what do? We start where we are. Lift, lower, lift, lower, or lift, lift, okay? Start where you are. We all come into our fitness journeys at a different place, and you gotta start where you are, and then we just gradually progress through these exercises, chipping away, chipping away. I'm proud of you, I'm glad you're here, and I can't wait to celebrate being done. All right, once you get those leg lifts done, bridge pullovers. I already mentioned this is one of my faves. Once you finish those bridge pullovers, we come in to the C crunch. In and out. In and out. Option here. Finish with your C crunches, back into that plank. Don't forget, if you're not doing the tapping, I would say, count to maybe 20, 25 before you come out of that plank. If you can count to 20 on one round, count to 25 on the next round, count to 30 on the next round, try to keep adding up, or try to get as many taps in on the shoulders as you can. When you hit 20, that's where you mark your round down, okay? If you need to shake out those wrists for a second, cool, roll it out, and then start back up from the top. Those 10 leg lifts. And then bridge pullover. You guys, just over 2 minutes left to go on this workout. That's it. 2 minutes. Yes, you can. Yes, you will, because you're strong. C crunch comes up after your bridge pullover. 1.5 minutes to go, guys. Listen, I want you to continually work, even if you're on your plank shoulder tap and you're like, oh my gosh, there's like a minute left. I don't care, move on to the next one, okay? Do not stop because you just got to 10 or 20 of anything. It's okay to count 8, 6, 4, whatever. So keep moving until that bell goes off. "45 seconds left. You can come to the knee for these. Again, just make sure that we're not rotating the body. So if you find that you're rotating on the toes, either take a wider stance or come to your knees. Once you hit 20, mark down your round. Team, you have 5 seconds left. Finish strong. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. You did it. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on finishing that workout. Awesome job. Let's come down into a child's pose. Big reach here. Come back in, round out the back, and flatten. Round, and flatten. Let's do that one more time, please. Round, and flatten. Tuck your toes, lift up to downward dog, the heel to the ground. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on back down. Move my microphone real quick. Lying down flat. Hands right next to your chest. Feet stay on the floor here. And just lift. Head up. And lower. Breathe. Big deep breath in. And press out. Blow the air out. Good. Back into child's pose. And that is your ab workout, you guys. You did it. Amazing job today. So proud of you. Keep up the good work. I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming. Bye.